Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another outstanding episode of Here First. I say another, it's funny because it's actually our first episode. We talked about that just a minute ago.
The very first.
And so for our very first episode, I've got Datsun. Now Datsun is an outstanding artist. He's got a mix of genres on this album he's put out recently. Now when did you drop Sour Mix?
August 8th.
August 8th. So this year.
Yeah, 8:08 at 8:08 p.m. actually.
Oh, that's outstanding, man.
Yeah,
we're doing the same thing with the show, January 1st at 1 p.m.
Yeah,
so
I just dropped a new single, Delusions, on the 8th too.
Outstanding, man. So you like the 8th? What's the 8th?
I do.
mean to
So I just like the number 8.
You just like the number 8?
I don't know. I always liked it. It's like
I'm like that with the number 5 and 7. I'm real big on 5 and 7, and no clue
Lucky
why.
number 7, I know about,
I feel that, yeah.
But 5, I don't know.
Lucky number 11 is an outstanding movie.
It is. Yeah, throwback.
All right, my man. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, again, Datsun. Datsun, won't you tell the people a little bit about yourself, man? You already told the Patreon exclusive listeners that, what have you got to tell these people?
Well, I live in Atlanta. My name is E01 Datsun, but I go by Datsun, like the old car. I wish there was a cooler story than that, but it's just the name I picked. Atlanta-based kind of R&B, hip-hop, pop artist. I do all my production pretty much. Good bit of my engineering. I started out in a hip-hop duo called Superbia. Check that out. It's pretty dope as well. With me and my buddy Double Gauge.
Yeah. You got any tags there? You want to drop those tags?
Yeah.
Feel free, man. I mean,
Double Gauge will be at Instagram, DUBLGAUGE.
Okay.
You can find me at Datsun Music, DATSUNMUSIC, obviously.
We'll try to have it at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
That way they can actually see it. Maybe even link it.
And at We Are Superbia on Instagram as well. Check that out.
So you said y'all still do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, do y'all have any shows coming up? The two of you?
Yeah, actually, we're playing one December 19th coming up called Hoodie Fest. It's gonna be dope. Hoodie Fest.
That's a fest, man. Fest is the thing now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's where it's at. So that's gonna be cool. We have a mixtape and an album that are already out floating around, but we're working on a new record called Phoebe's Basement that should be pretty dope.
Okay, Phoebe's Basement. What's going on in Phoebe's Basement?
I don't know. Man. I don't want to say too much.
Are y'all Friends fans? I mean, like, is that where the name comes from?
No.
Okay, because we all know about Phoebe.
Phoebe is like Logan's dad's like roommate-ish thing. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a
roommate-ish thing.
It's like a relation. What is that word? It's a situationship.
It's a situationship.
You know what I'm saying? It's
okay. Fair enough. All right. So
that's where we recorded. Sorry, that's where we recorded the songs.
Okay. All right. So that makes sense. There we go. That's kind of like titling albums after cities because you recorded in there. I feel you on that. Yeah. So I like it. So Phoebe's Basement. Now Phoebe's Basement. When's that dropping?
I'm not sure. We don't have a date for that one yet. Actually, I imagine we'll probably drop. There's definitely a few singles on that bitch. But it's gonna be, I think, a shorter kind of record, like an EP.
Okay.
Kind of deal. Probably like maybe 8 or 9 songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
and we got most of it. Most of it is just kind of. We've got a lot of it written, and we've got some features that we got to still get in touch with the people and get them on the.
So these are features that you haven't established yet. You just
no. I mean, we know who we want to put on the songs, and they've agreed to do it. But we just got to tighten up our shit and then mail it out to them.
Of course.
Yeah, getting.
Of course, just to make it all work. So So can you give us a hint as to who's going to be on this? I mean, are these names that we know?
No, just some of the homies.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we've got. Trap Bees is going to be on there. I think it's TRVPBEEZ.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll fucking be mad if I didn't get that right. And then I think our boys Visibly in Flight, or VI, are going to be on there.
Visibly in Flight.
Yeah, that's a
Visibly in Flight. Yeah, dude. I like that. That's a cool
3-man hip hop group. Those guys are really fucking cool.
I might have to get in touch with these dudes.
Yeah, man, they're cool.
Just because of the name.
Yeah,
cool.
I can introduce you. I got their numbers and shit. And then I think my buddy Matt Maddock, who goes by Problematic with K, I think, at the end. He's gonna do a song with us too.
Okay.
And he's fucking dope. I think he's based somewhere up north. I don't know. I don't want to say anything and offend anybody, but you know, he's from
enough.
Yeah, he's a Yankee dude, but we met at some hip hop shows and stuff down here.
When you say up north, what part of up north?
I want to say Ohio area, but I don't know. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Not like Alaska or anything like that.
Right. No, that's not too far north. I mean, that's almost Midwest territory.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you. All right. Now, in a few minutes here, we're gonna stand right up. All right. And we're gonna cut the camera, of course. So y'all are gonna have to be patient with us. You know, it's just gonna be a few seconds. And you're gonna walk over there into the next room, and you're gonna do what for us? What are you gonna do?
Something about a panda costume.
Panda costume.
You put a panda costume.
I mean, like, I was thinking more like a samurai. I mean, like, but
okay,
the panda costume's fine.
The guy out there,
you can just wear an old car. That's fine. I mean, match the name, like a Datsun type transformer.
Yeah. Or if you get inside it, you kind of are wearing it.
I suppose that's absolutely correct.
But don't let the car wear you.
Don't let the car wear you.
Don't let the car wear you.
Correct. So you're gonna step in there. And you're gonna record what song for us? What are you doing first? I think we're doing "I'm Gone" first.
Yeah,
we're doing "I'm Gone."
I'm Gone.
Let's talk about "I'm Gone," man.
Yeah,
because you told me about this project.
Yeah,
I love the way it evolved. So talk to me a little bit.
Yeah. So,
what happened?
So the original song, like you can hear in the very beginning of the song, it's off Sour Mix, by the way. It's track 8. In the very beginning of the song, there's this kind of synth bass that's like, you guys will hear it, but basically the original track that I had produced was just that synth bass going up and down, and then some like drums, just kind of like a boom bap little kind of drum loop, and I wrote the original song to that, and then my buddy Derek, Agent Method, hit me up, and I brought the song in, and I felt like he was like, well, like we should work on a song together or whatever, right. Kind of I'll help you, whatever, and whatever, just kind of like a mutual thing.
Collaboration.
But yeah, collaboration, exactly.
There you go.
And then next thing I knew, like this song that was just like this very lo-fi kind of R&B, minimalist R&B song.
Right.
He's got this guy Tyler Sherrard, is fucking awesome bass player, guitar player, comes in just like shreds. He played the live drums. Derek did. His girlfriend is also really talented. She goes by Iveen, Iveen, or Ivory.
Yeah, you told me to check her out.
Yeah. She's cool. She's cool.
Outstanding vocals.
Yeah. She's a crazy singer. She plays harp and piano and like you name it. She's super talented as well. But she did some kind of background vocals as well. He brought like a trumpet player in there. It just was like. Okay, so next thing I know, it's like this big band, like
it's huge.
Yeah,
it's huge.
And it's just crazy to think that like it was just originally like, don't know what you call me, It's like this big, but it's Derek taught me this word called demoitis, which is where like you're used to hearing something one way so many times that like when somebody mixes or tweaks a song or whatever, sends it back to you, it's like, oh, it doesn't sound right. And then like it's because you're used to the mix that you heard 40 times first time you hear that new one. So it was something where the first time I heard it, I was like, man, it's too different. But it definitely grew on me, and everybody loves that shit. So
I turned it on, man. The first time I heard it, I was listening to it. I was in bed with my girl, and we turned it on, and both just sitting here like, oh yeah, I love you, baby. I love you. But yeah, so we're sitting in bed, we're listening to this song, man, and just like instantly, we're both just moving and grooving. Like I love it. It's a good. It's a little poppy, but I ain't mad at that. Like it's good enough to be poppy.
It's raw cheeky. It's a cheeky track.
It's a cheeky track.
Really.
It's hands down one of the best breakup songs I've ever heard. That's for
Thanks,
sure.
man.
So most fun. I'll say it's one of the most fun breakup songs I've
ever heard. It's like bitch bye.
So are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? Wahid, brother man, we've got the fantastic Wahid in the studio right now. We're recording out of DRS. Our wonderful sound engineer is getting the track queued up for us. Brother man, are we ready? I hope that we're ready.
Yeah. Life alert. He's falling.
Okay, outstanding. There we go.
Wait for it.
All right. So We're going to cut the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with you in just a second.
I swear to God, if I find my shit all in the yard again, I'm so out this bitch, oh, I'm out of here. I'm so out of here. I'm gone, so bitter to love me. So why is my shit all over the yard? Now you say you don't trust me, but I ain't never lied to you from the start. So why you keep calling? And what's the damn purpose of all this? Fuck what your friends say, cause I ain't doing shit, girl, I promise. That don't even sound like me, even though all of the women in the count like me. It ain't my fault, no one got the crown like me. Just the pimpin' in my blood like an MIV. But that don't mean I'm fucking every stupid hoe around me. And I ain't looked around once since you found me. You got me all caught up, girl, you're just my speed. But after this shit, I might leave. I find my shit all in the yard again. I'm so out this bitch, so I'm out of here. I'm so out of here. I'm gone. Don't know why you call me. I don't know why you act like you care. Girl, you're so phony. Every time I call back, you're never there. What's your damn problem? And what's the damn purpose of all this? Why you keep calling? I'm starting to feel like you rehearsed this. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm just tryna be a motherfucking G on my P's and Q's full time. I'm just tryna leave, but you will never leave me alone. I keep running, but you keep following. You keep blowing up my phone when I'm all alone. Girl, this shit won't last. I love you, girl, but I hate your ass. I swear to God, if I find my shit all in the yard again, I'm so out this bitch, so I'm out of here. I'm so out of here. Since we sharing our feelings discreetly now, and you packed all my shit up so neatly, I can't help but feel certain you lost your mind. Yeah. And I ain't been sure about much, but I know I dodged the bullet with you. I'm so fucking young. Ooh, I'm out of here. I'm so out of here. I swear to God, if I find my shit all in the yard again, I'm so out this bitch, so I'm out of here. I'm so out of here. I swear I'm gone. I find my shit. I'm out this bitch. I'm so out of here. I'm gone. Yeah.
All right, man. That was oof.
Thanks, dude.
That was outstanding. Now,
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna go ahead and point this out. Because I feel like the next few artists coming out, man, they're not gonna be too happy about this. But you took an extra take, man.
Yeah.
You took an extra take, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
The product was outstanding.
You know, yeah, I just kind of fumbled up some lyrics there. And,
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm putting you on the spot. There's a little bit of nerves. That just shows the pressure's on. You know, I'm not gonna show you skipping up. That's
the
okay.
heat is wrong. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was there.
Yeah.
The pressure was there.
Man, let's talk about this track. All right, and let's do a little bit of a behind the bars segment. I gotta quit touching this mic. Dude just told me to quit touching it. I touched it 4 times already.
Gucci goo.
Take a little bit. But man, let's talk about this. All right, so I described it earlier as kind of a breakup song. It's a I'm gonna breakup song, ain't it? I mean, like the lyrics really tell like, woman, you need to chill.
Yeah.
You know, so let's talk about that. Let's dig in deep. What happened?
I mean, the first, like,
as much as you want to tell
hook.
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't exactly like that, you know. Like, I didn't really find my clothes everywhere, but it's just kind of it's about it's weird because the people who are a lot of times up to stuff or like really, what's the word, in your shit and kind of they don't trust you.
Doing the shady stuff,
exactly, exactly. And so it's kind of the, oh well, you did this, you did that, and it's like, actually I didn't, and like, you just whatever, you're being crazy, and then you kind of realize it's like, oh, it's not me, it's you. Right. Anyway, so it was just kind of, that song is kind of like you're throwing all my shit out, like, there's the one, the bridge, it's like since we sharing our feelings discreetly now, and you packed all my shit up so neatly, I feel like it must be pretty clear that you lost your mind, it's kind of like just threw all my shit in the yard, like, all right, well, I'm just gonna fucking take my shit and go.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that, man.
I'm done with this crazy bananas.
Toxicity, people cling on to it, man. They don't understand.
They cling on like a Star Trek villain. You know what I'm saying, though?
Hey, in Next Generation, they were allies, all right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
I'm gonna hurt some people.
Klingons. Kapla.
You know what I'm saying?
But Shazam. But no, man, it's so man, this has been a great interview. I think we learned a little bit. Now, we haven't had much of a chance to really talk about the inspiration for music as a whole. Now, you talked about in the exclusive Patreon interview, you talked about it being a source of therapy for you. What made you pick up music? What was there a moment that somebody was like, well, this is what I do, or was it just like, listening to your favorite artist and emulating them? How was that?
Probably more of that. I mean, I grew up, I was in the chorus when I was in like elementary school, middle school, high school. So when I was little, I always loved singing. I was listening to the radio, and my dad would be playing like some cheesy, like, classic rock and like soft pop rock stuff, and then my mom would play like 90s like dance club hits and shit. So I just always like really liked music, and I started writing, I guess, lyrics. Everybody tries poetry out before they start writing songs or whatever. But I started writing like lyrics, like hip hop lyrics, when I was probably like 14. I was like a freshman in high school. Out in Marietta, Pope High School, go Greyhounds, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so I just started writing raps and stuff, and had a buddy of mine who was a grade older than me, and he was into production, who, started out on GarageBand like most of the greats.
I touched FL Studio on my first one back
okay.
in FL 9
okay,
days.
That's what's up, man. Respect. But yeah, a lot of people, so we, made some songs, and he, I guess, kind of took more of a production route at the time, and then I was interested in that too. So like when I was like 16, I remember for Christmas I got Reason, which is the software I use for my production and stuff.
Okay.
It's like a weird Swedish one. Shout out Propellerhead, send me some stuff, yo. I started making beats, like started out with like kind of techno stuff, and then
a little bit on the EDM side.
Yeah, EDM stuff.
That comes through in one or two of the tracks, man. It definitely does. And I personally love EDM. Anybody in the Atlantic scene knows that. So.
Me too, dude.
I mean, it's
yeah.
good.
Another thing worth mentioning, I guess, when I was younger, my dad lived in Vienna, my mom lived in Georgia, or in like Austria. Yeah, so every year we would go back and forth. And so that was cool because when I was in like elementary school, I was kind of going back and forth and experiencing like music in Europe and music and it's so much more. It was so much more like it was, Venga Boys and like electro pop.
A little bit of like MC Soler and
dude,
out of French hip hop, man.
Yeah,
I love Parisian hip hop, man. And being able to listen to music from around the world, musical cultures from around the world, and I mean a lot of them have been influenced by American culture, but vice versa. So I mean, what did that do for you? I mean, is that the reason that we got such a eclectic mix on this album?
I just love the kind of disco, electro, funk kind of stuff. Okay. Like I love Sam Sparrow is an artist I really like. I love Gorillaz. Like, that's my shit. It's one of my favorite bands. Or even though it's one freaking dude, Damon Albarn. Like, what? How do you? Like, anyway, that's so cool. But yeah, I like the kind of space pop, Daft Punk, One More Time kind of vibes growing up, and I definitely was doing hip hop because I love, I just grew up listening to it. I remember like going all the way back to like we got in trouble for singing Gangster's Paradise when I was in like in like first grade or something. So I've just always kind of like listened to hip hop. I listened to a lot of kind of chopping rap and stuff. So it was more of like a like some Tech Nine Twista type stuff.
Okay.
But it was more
so
like
the technical side of things as well.
And I love the kind of the speed. And if you listen to me in this first Superbia mixtape, it's like chopping like through the whole thing. Oof. But it's cool. I guess with hip hop, a lot of times, unless you're one of those freak shows that can just like freestyle off the dome and just keep going, there are people out there that can do that sincerely.
Which is impressive.
It's I guess I got to a point like with the transition from like Superbia into like the sour mix phase was like I just got my heart broken by this chick,
right? And
I was just really depressed and I quit my job. I moved out to fucking Tucker, Georgia, in the middle of nowhere, and I moved into my mom's basement, like literally like really sad, low times.
Right.
And then, I was down there and just kind of figuring out the next move, looking where I was going to work next and shit. And I just drank a shitload of tequila and
started working on an album.
I looked through some beats that were like, these are kind of like cool synthy pop songs, some R&B stuff, so a little bit of hip hop, but it was stuff that my partner Logan Double Gauge didn't really click with so much on the Superbia tip. But I had these beats that I loved that I was just like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna when the time comes. So
the time came.
Yeah, and I tracked that bitch in like, I want to say I wrote and tracked it in like a month, and I like the drunk kind of slurring my speech, not final takes,
Of course not.
Yeah. But it was just, and for the first, it was I would almost like come up with a lot of the lyrics organically when I would just put the beat on and get behind the mic and just kind of like stuff it would just kind of flow, and then you go back in and kind of you go back in and kind of tighten up lyrics and be like, oh, I like that, I don't really like that, and just kind of like more dynamic songwriting than just kind of, I got to write a verse, I got to write a hook, blah blah. It's just kind of now more kind of going with the flow, kind of vibing.
Well, man, you have definitely gone with the flow. All right, and I love the direction
Thanks,
of the stream. But ladies and gentlemen, that's about gonna wrap it up for this episode, man. I hate to cut this short, but if you want to hear any more of this, you can definitely go on to Patreon, subscribe, and then you'll be able to get the full podcast available. Now, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. I also want to thank my brother Wahid, my friend Davey over here at DRS for helping us out with everything.
Really great guys, nice guys.
Great guys, man.
Great guys.
The set looks
very handsome guys, too.
Very handsome guys, good looking boy. But thank you, gentlemen, and thank you to our YouTube followers. Thank you to our Spotify subscribers. Thank you to your fan base, because your fan base is going to be the one building this up.
Yeah.
So thank you, Datsun fans. Have you got a special name for your Datsun fans, man? I mean, is it
I was thinking about Dotties. The Dotties.
The Dotties.
The Dotties, but I don't know.
Like
you guys let me know.
Word up to the Dotties.
Yeah.
All right, so brother man, thank you for everything. Won't you tell these fine people where they can find you right now if they want to listen?
Well, Sour Mix is actually on almost all of the streaming platforms. It is on, Google Play, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Tidal, all them shits. But check it out. It's really cool. Really proud of it. Also, follow me on Instagram at DATSUN Music. And I'm gonna be dropping some new singles, so some new heat. I'm gonna try to drop some shit consistently, so keep your ear holes peeled,
All All right.
Oh, I hated that. I hated that.
That didn't
just
sound
keep
great.
your
ear
keep an
holes
eye
good.
out
It's good.
and keep an ear open, but don't peel your ears off or anything.
Please
like that.
don't Van Gogh it.
Don't peel off your
Don't
ears.
Van Gogh that route. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Here First. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Hell yeah.